Welcome everyone. Peace. Welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah El Tale Mosi Bey on Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids, YouTube. Man, it's been a great journey for me on this Moorish Monday platform. 20 months in the making. Over 30 guest speakers in a 20-month period. I have a wonderful brother Reggie Mitchell. And today's topic is the power of community and community service. I met Brother Reggie through Luisa Flores. Luisa Flores, as y'all know her, she was on here on Moorish Monday in March. And we met at a Scientology event that actually in September 8th of last year, 2014. And she introduced me to Brother Reggie, Brother Tiny, who was also on the platform, and then Pastor Reggie was also on the platform a couple months ago. So that was I met them in September, and also got an opportunity to be on the radio show. His radio show not this past Friday, the Friday before last. And that was a wonderful experience. I'm looking forward to going back, and this time I'll be in the studio in Harlem. So I'm excited, brother. I thank you for accepting my invitation. I know Sister Louisa's listening and watching, as she shared it out to many people over the past 2 days. So before we delve into the main part of the topic, Brother Reggie, I want us to tell us about your journey.
Yeah.
And how did you get to where you are today? Tell us about your journey.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to all of your listening audience out there in the Moorish community. Thank you, Brother Bay, for inviting me onto your program. I'm truly grateful for that. I'm grateful for us meeting, collaborating, and I'm grateful for all of the people around the world that will be listening and tuning in. It was a God thing. Actually, God is in charge of a lot of stuff, and you don't know how he's going to show up in your life. I got into this field of work that I do because I was on a path to nowhere. That's how I was on a path to nowhere, and I came home from being in one of them places, and then I didn't have anything else to do with my life. And someone said, "Hey, can you go take some food to this old lady? I can't make it, but there's an old lady waiting for some food. And can you drop it off? Just tell her I sent you." So I took the food to the old lady. I came back. I said, "Hey," the old lady said, "Thanks." And he's like, "Thanks, Reg." And then next thing you know it, I'm doing community service all over the tri-state, Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever I'm needed. And that's really how it started. It's a lot deeper than that. We can get into it, but it started by one simple kind act. So
All right.
really, yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, continue. Now, let's tell us about your background, because your past experience make you who you are today. It's part of making you who you are today.
Yes, I'm a veteran of the United States Army. 20-year veteran. I did 20 years in the Army. That was one of the routes that I took. Everybody has their route, and that was one of the routes that came up for me during that time when I had nowhere else to go and nothing else to do, when I had just got out of one of them places that we get thrown in. And so I joined the Army in 1989, and I stayed for 20 years. I got out in October of 2011. So I've been retired ever since, and did 20 years, traveled all over the world, places that I could never imagine. because I never thought I'd get off the block. I'm a radio show host of WACR Radio 90.3 FM, which broadcasts out of Harlem, out of City College. I've been doing radio for over 10 years now. I am the chairman of the Community Liaison Department for Brothers in Recovery, which is a male organization in Harlem. We've been around for 35 years, and our office is right in Harlem, and we specialize in mental health, substance misuse, and trauma. And we have chapters in different cities and different states. So I've been the liaison chairperson for them for, I would say, like 20 years possibly. So I do that, and I also work with veterans. They have a program in the court system called Veterans Treatment Court, and that's dealing with veterans or active duty members who are still in the Army. If they get into an infraction out there in the world, they can choose a Veterans Treatment Court, or they can choose a regular court and then let the chips fall where they may. But if they choose the Veterans Treatment Court, they're going to be seen by veterans only, and they're going to get a different type of deal than they would if they were just seen by anybody. So they have these treatment courts in all over the city: Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Brooklyn, upstate, and I work with the one upstate here in New York, because I live upstate. I live upstate in Orange County, in Hudson Valley, up here by Newburgh and Middletown, Poughkeepsie, and Beacon, all those areas up here. So I live up here, and I do that Veterans Treatment Court throughout the week. I'm a mentor, so I mentor different veterans, and and they stay in the program for a year, and then they get their case expunged or dissolved or whatever the case. I'm retired. I have 3 sons, grown sons. I do a lot of community work in the field of substance abuse and mental health, because I come from that. That's where I come from, from substance abuse. And I do a lot of consultation work, one-on-one. I do a lot of motivational speaking all over. I just try to keep my pulse to the community and offer the community something different, because sometimes they don't know what they need. And I can get a phone call from somebody's parents or somebody saying, this is the situation that my loved one is in. If is there something you can do? We're not here to force anything on anyone. We're just here to give them something different to look at. And Brother Bay, as you can attest to that, when you came on the radio show, you gave us a lot to look at that we didn't know existed. And we were so grateful, but we want more. Get it? More. We want more. We were to be educated, because, we're people that we're so stuck sometimes. We don't know that there's something else, and so I'm grateful to be able to have the ability to offer our people something else, especially our young people.
Absolutely. Those who are just joining me, welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Tale Mosi Bey on Magnets Crystal Pyramid YouTube. We are here with Brother Reggie Mitchell.
Yes.
So this is the topic today, is the power of community and community service. Let people know that we're on. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and share. Share on your social media. Let them know that we're live and direct. Now, looking at connecting your journey, your past journey, and your present and what you've been doing over the past 20 years and as a liaison for
Mhm.
brothers in recovery.
Mhm.
And so we're looking at the power of community and community service. And do you see that your past experience has prepared you for what you've been doing the past 20 years as a community liaison for brothers in recovery?
Well, let me tell you, right? There's an old saying that we talk about. We like to say we owe, right? Because I come from the hood. I'm a product of the projects and the ghettos. You know, I'm a major product of that. I'm also a product of substance abuse, drug abuse, addiction. I come from that. I know your audience can't see it now because
Mhm.
they just see the finished product. But I come from drugs and alcohol, and my family as well. You know, I've had a few family members pass away due to drugs and alcohol
Uh,
and addiction. So I come from that, and I guess it wasn't time for me to leave this earth yet. So I was given a reprieve, and I was given a reprieve from the streets, being a bum. I actually became a bum on the street as a result of the way I come from. And I thought I would die out there. You know, there was no respect, there's no honor. You know, you're just trying to scrape up whatever you can to get another piece of drug or whatever the case may be. So I come from that, and I uh, I was given a reprieve. I got tired of it after a while, you know, because you're not going to really stop anything until you get tired of it. You're not going to make no changes. People can tell you what they see from the outside. Oh, look at him. He's all dirty and stinking. But they don't know why you dirty and stinking. They don't know what's inside of you. They don't know how you even got to that point. You know, there's so much going on out there in the world, and there's so much going on within ourselves, within our souls. We're fighting these demons all the time. You know, maybe we're too short, we're not tall enough, we're too skinny, we're not fat enough, we're too broke, we're not rich enough. You know, all of these things. My parents had 14 children. I come from 8 brothers and 6 sisters. No father. He came and went, but for the most part, we were raised without a father. So we had to fend for ourselves the best way we could to survive. You know, I'm 66 right now. So, you know, I had to survive. I didn't realize that I'd even be alive this long, coming from where I come from. So when it finally dawned on me that I could do something different, I didn't want to do it because I wasn't tired of being out there in the world. I wasn't tired yet. You know, when the pain outweighs the pleasure, then you do something about it. So I got tired and I was offered help. And I took the help. And then I went on to educate myself in different schools and different training programs and different certifications. But I came back to life a different person. So now, when I saw somebody out there struggling, I didn't do like what was done to me. I immediately wanted to offer them something different, offer them a way in which they didn't have to be like that. How do I know? Because someone offered it to me and I was able to, you know, be transformed. Because I know it's possible. It's possible to get to do something different if you believe. You know, I've been clean off of drugs and alcohol now for 38 years. So it is possible to transform, to be transformed. So now my mission out there in the world is to spread the gospel, to give it to everybody. Whoever needs it, whoever can take it, whoever wants to, it's possible. But that doesn't mean that we're still not going to perish, that some of us are going to die before we even get a chance. Because I had 3 brothers and 2 sisters pass away of drugs and alcohol while I was getting clean and doing my thing. But they didn't see it in me. They saw the need to still stay out there, and they died as a result of that. So it's possible to get yourself together, but it's also possible that you will die out there if you don't look at the signs on the wall. So what I do in my life, I got hooked up with Brothers in Recovery about 20 years ago. And a bunch of men from all walks of life, Louisa could tell you about them, from all walks of life, that were given a reprieve from where they come from their dark past. And we all decided that, listen, we have to give this back because we owe. We ran through so many communities and destroyed so many communities. Now we have to go back to those communities and help build those communities back up. And most of the time it's free of charge, because you can't give a person enough money to give back to where he took from. You can't pay him enough money.
Hey, Brother Reggie, you have the sun in your face. It's more pronounced than it was when you started. So is there a way you can?
That's probably because I have a fancy house and it got skylights, so I might have to move around.
Yeah, you have to probably move because you got because now covering more than half of your face. So
I know. Let me close this curtain 1 second.
Yes. All right, those who are just joining us, welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Mosi Bey on Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. Let people know that we're on. Share the live on your social media platforms. Let them know that we're on. I'm here with Brother Reggie Mitchell. Yes. And I had to say something because it was at first it wasn't too bad, and then I just saw it was covering more than half your face. It was blocking the glare. So
the
perfect.
Going down up here, yes.
Yes. So as you were.
Yeah. So I got with these brothers in recovery, and we decided that we had something in common. And what we had in common is that we had destroyed a lot of communities during our times when we needed to get what we needed to get. We took from whoever, we hurt whoever we need to hurt. That's just the way it was. So now here we are sitting around and saying, well, what are we going to do? We have to give back. We owe. So we have to give back. So we started this organization. Some of the old timers started it, and we started recruiting brothers. And brothers started coming in saying they wanted to be a part of, and we start building on that. And whatever your expertise was, that's what you were going to bring to the organization. So I brought community service to the organization because I'm a people person, and I'm out there in the world. I love people, and I saw a need to do different things like feed the communities, do a lot of feeding of the communities, giving out clothes and goods, and school supplies, and talent shows, and big events in the parks. So I started doing that, and it stuck with me. So they just started asking for Brother Reggie. Every time somebody would turn around, where's Brother Reggie? Or I met this guy named Brother Reggie, and he was doing some stuff out here in the world, and I want to know, does he want to get involved with us, and how we could all collaborate, because it's about collaborations, how we all can collaborate, get together. So I became known for my community service work all over the tri-state, wherever. It doesn't matter if you called me and said, Reg, I need you to come to Philly to talk to a group of people, then I'd be on the next thing going to Philly, North Carolina, whatever, Virginia, South Carolina, doesn't matter. Wherever I'm needed, because I understand what I have is not mine to keep. There's an old saying, you can't keep it unless you give it away. You know? So that's like a paradox, you know? So what I have, my journey is not mine. It's for the people. Because the people are the one who put me in this position of where I am. Because there's so many people all over the world, so many volunteers that have come my way based on meeting other people. You know, you meet people and you connect with people and y'all want to do other stuff. So you galvanize the people and let's march on. So I started doing that, and it became a way of life. But I didn't realize that I'd be doing it for a very long time. You know, I mean, here it is. I'm 66. And one of the things was I went to the army. I went to the army at 27 years old, 26 years old. I went to the army and I was young. Well, I was considered young to me, but when I went to the army, you know, as you know, they were 17 and 18. So I was considered old man for the most part. So when I came out the army, I used all the skills that I learned in army, bring it back to my people. Like the spook who sat by the door. I got taught in the army about whatever I need to get taught about, and I brought it back to my people and taught it to my people. And I just kept on riding this train to helping others, and I became, the people elected me to this person who I am today because I didn't put myself in this position. I was voted in by the people. Can you dig it, Brother Bay?
Y'all hearing the power of community and community service. And he's expressing that, he's exuding that, the power of community and community service. And you talked about the meeting a lot of people, networking, you
Yes.
know, and how, and you talked about how the Brothers in Recovery got started. You know, getting brothers who wanted to do something, you begin to see, you know, begin look at who have different skills, and you place brothers in certain areas that fit their skill sets. And
Yes,
that,
sir.
so we begin to see, I just we want to emphasize the, you know, bringing home full circle about the topic, the power of community and community service. And it's important that the audience hear that and feel that, you know, because that's very important. And you begin to see that one person can make a change
Yes.
by connecting with other people.
Mhm.
So not that Brother Reggie is making a change on his own. He connected with other people.
Mhm.
What can I
That,
do
yes.
to be a part of this organization? You know,
Right.
I'm a people person. You know, so I do outreach. I speak well. You see, you can hear how well he's well spoken. You know, well groomed. You know, absolutely great mannerism, and that's, so I want the audience to feel that.
Yes.
Now I want to. You've received several awards.
Yes.
Four-time Community Service Award recipient.
Yes.
Uh, 2019, you see the TFN Media Award recipient.
Yes.
You're recipient of the prestigious 2020 celebrity
Celebrate.
celebrity
Celebrate thy brother.
celebrate Thai Bro
There
Award.
it is. There it is right there on the wall. Yep.
All right, good. Yes. And you were recipient of the 2023 Akil Rose Community Service Award,
Yes.
named after your mentor, the
Yes.
community activist Akil Rose. And
Yes.
I heard about Sister Louisa told
Yes.
me a lot about Brother Akil Rose. She speaks
Yes.
highly of, you know, I know he's since transitioned.
Yes.
She speaks highly of Brother Akil Rose.
And
Tell us about your relationship with Brother Akil Rose.
yes, Akil Rose knew how to galvanize the people to get out there and march and do what's necessary. He would galvanize us in one place and he would lead us to another place because he was big on community service. He was real big in the community, and he believed that we all had a part to play in what we were going to do for our communities or for any community that needed assistance. You know, he was big on that. I mean, he was larger than life, and Sister Louisa could tell you. You know, we were under his wing. You know, like wow. You know, I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of. You know, you just follow along, and he was a real good brother, and he brought a lot to different communities. He started a lot of programs, and we're still following his path today. And they came up with an award in his name a couple of years ago, and I was the first recipient of that award. I was overwhelmed, overjoyed. I couldn't believe it, you know. But yeah, so he was a special individual. He taught a lot of people about community and how to love your brother and your sister, you know, no matter where they come from, you know. And it's a testament to no judgment zone. You know, we don't want to judge you because we've been judged already, and we will be judged, but we don't want to judge you for anything that you couldn't control. So, you know, that's part of how I see life now. You know, I know that there are people struggling in the world, you know, and it's my honor, duty to assist them. You know, that's why I do so many community feedings out there because people are hungry, people are food starved. You know, I do a lot of community feeding. I take a lot of clothes and stuff to shelters. So if you got clothes that you're not wearing anymore that are freshly new or they're not that messed up, find a local shelter in your community and take those clothes because there's people that's going to need them. I needed clothes when I was in one of them places and people gave me clothes just getting started. You know, we have to learn how to give back. You know, some of us have two of everything and we just got it sitting there. Anyone could be involved with community service and giving back. They just got to be willing to do it. You know, it's not a paid position. You're not going to get rich off of it, but you're going to get rich spiritually and mentally and physically when you get a hug from somebody or when you see somebody that remembers you from whatever summer event
Absolutely.
and you gave them a plate of food and
Absolutely.
they was like, "Oh, I remember you gave me that plate. I was just in Harlem last Tuesday, serving the community, feeding the community. Hundreds of people. I was out there feeding. Oh man, I was cooking so much, man, I almost fell out. You know, it was out there at the state office building. You know,
Mhm.
and they had a big program out there, and Louisa could tell you about that as well too.
Yeah, that was wasn't it the last the national night out?
National Night Out. Yes, the
Yeah,
National
national
Night
night
Out.
out.
So I
Yes.
was there, and I'm there every year, and I was there feeding hundreds and hundreds of people, and the look on their face when you give them a plate of food is priceless. You treat everybody the same though. You know, you don't distinguish one from the other. The rich man, they need a
Mhm.
plate of food too, just like the person that's homeless. Just because you know you get a plate of food doesn't mean that you know that you're not hungry because you're hungry, you know, regardless of your background. So I look at that and I do that and I do that up here now as well. You know, I graduated two of my mentees from the program recently up here, and it's really good when we can be out there doing what we got to do. I love doing community service. It is something that I live for, and I'm retired, so I'm able to do it. And believe me, if you ever met me, you'll know who I am. You'll know who I am, and the connections that we make are so important because there's a big world out here, and we need to all galvanize and send people. You know, we need to be everywhere. We need to be spreading the word, the good word. You know, we need to be educating one another. You know, because hey, listen, everybody don't know everything, but as a whole, we can get it together. And that's what I
Absolutely.
do. Yes.
Absolutely. Now we have Now, circles of brothers and circles of brothers,
Right,
as well as the brothers in recovery
right.
do and a youth summit, and then the circles of brothers. Tell us about the youth summit. Uh,
Yes.
uh, Annual feed. Yeah, tell us about the youth summit because I know our audience is very interested in learning about the youth summit.
Yes. Well, the Youth Summit was started by Brother Hodja Worley and
Who I
Brother
have a
Mark.
pleasure, whom I have
Yes,
had a pleasure to meet.
absolutely. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
And we've been putting on a youth summit every year for I don't know how long, and we bring youth together. You know, it's a free event. We bring youth together. We usually have a auditorium, and we get entrepreneurs from out there in the world, and we bring them in to speak to the young people. You know, so we can give them something else to look at, something different, offer them something. Everybody can't be a basketball player.
That's true.
Everybody can't be a sports figure. You know, we got astronauts. You could be an astronaut. You could be a scientist. You know, you could be a medical doctor. You understand what I'm saying? You could be an author. So we have to offer choices. We can't just like think that, oh, because you're a person of color, you're gonna be a sports figure. No, that might not work for you. So now, what else is being offered out there? So we bring these professional people in whom are not sports figures, and Louisa, she bring people in from all walks of life, politicians, all kind of people. And you know, she's got a major network. She's got a
Yeah, she
network
does.
that's
Yes, she
that's as
does.
huge as the world. So
Yes.
so you know, we offer them something different to youth, you know, because it's real important. Because I have grandchildren. I have an 18-year-old grandson, and I have a 20-year-old grandson. And my 18-year-old grandson, he plays college football. He think he's gonna be an NFL player. Okay, if he gets to that point, fine. But what if he get injured? Then what? So I tell my son, listen, Kenyatta, you have to find something else to be a backup plan. You can't just put all your eggs in that NFL basket,
That's true.
because what if he get injured playing college ball? That's his career, and he never make the NFL. So what else is he gonna do? So we have to offer the young people something, because we talk about, Brother Bay, we talk about the young people on the corner selling drugs. We talk about this all the time. But are we offering them anything else? If you're going to take them off the corner, what you going to replace it with?
You gotta replace it with something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you just can't say get off the corner and stop selling drugs.
Oh no, that's not gonna work. That's
Right.
not effective. That's not effective. It's
Not
not gonna.
not effective. You got to offer them something. You got to offer them some kind of education, some kind of training program. You know,
Mm-hmm,
I mean, there's training for plumbers, there's training for
mm-hmm,
carpentry. You
mm-hmm.
know, there's all different types of training programs, and we have to offer our young people something other than what they're doing before we tell them to get off the corner, because they're on the corner because they might have got the young girl in the building pregnant. So now they're a young father, they got no money, so they're out there selling drugs so they can feed their newborn. Okay, we can respect that, but it doesn't give you a retirement plan. You're not gonna get a dental plan. You're not gonna get life insurance for being on the corner. We still got to offer you something else. So if we're gonna take you off the corner, we gotta give you something else to look at. And this is the reason why we do these youth summits, so they can see that there's other people out there in the world that come from that background of that, but they was able to find something else. Someone offered them something else. Someone offered me something else a long time ago, and I took it because I'd be dead right now if I didn't take it. So, and that's how Brothers in Recovery is. That's how Circle of Brothers is. Circle of Brothers is giving a big program on the 23rd of this month, as a matter of fact, you know, and it'll be in Harlem at the church, St. Barbara's Church, the church where we give our Kwanzaa event at. You've been there, Brother Bay.
Yes. It's in
Yeah,
Harlem. Yeah, St.
yeah,
Charles. Mm-hmm.
St. Charles.
Bartholomew.
Hmm. So that's another program that we do every year. We do a huge Kwanzaa program,
Yeah, give
It's a
us the
free
time,
program.
Brother Reggie, of the program on the 23rd. Just
The
make do
program
your
on the 23rd is at 1 o'clock, from
is
1
it
to 4.
1 to 4?
And it's at St. Charles Church on 141st Street off of 7th Avenue. And it's going to have workshops. It's going to have roundtable discussions, and we're going to all pool our resources. And they're going to have guest speakers, and we're going to all pool our resources as community activists and community leaders, and see what comes out as a result of that, so we can really do something different in our community, really offer our community something. Because it's one thing to walk around with education and knowledge, but it's another thing not to do anything with it. You know, we have to find a way to give back. We have to find a way to offer our people something. Our people are lost. You know, we got to offer them something different. And so this program that's going to be going on is going to be Saturday, August 23rd at St. Charles Barberino Church. That's in Harlem, 141st Street, right off of 7th Avenue. Big church right there, right off the corner.
Is it a free event?
It's a free event.
All right, that's
It's a
one.
free
So the
event.
audience would know
Yeah.
that information. All right.
Yes, it's a free event, and come with an open mind, and come with ideas, because it's going to be all about ideas, exchanging of ideas, and there's going to be breakout groups, and we're going to continue to have these events like this because they're important that we galvanize, because we have to leave a legacy. We have to leave a legacy. We have to pass the torch, because some of us are getting of age, and we know we got to pass that torch on to those young people and bring some young people. Absolutely. Yeah, young people are definitely invited. You kidding me? So we that's what we'll be doing. But Brothers in Recovery will be doing their annual men's retreat. That
Oh, right.
unfortunately will be this weekend. This
All right.
weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Maryland at a convention center called Sandy Cove. And we'll be doing that retreat this weekend. Unfortunately, it is sold out, but we'll keep your audience posted for next year. We've been having it every year for the last 33 years. It's a men's spiritual retreat. And we get together, we do workshops, we exchange a lot of ideas, we pray, we eat good food, we laugh, we cry.
Right.
We try to build each other up. We try to get rid of all the ugliness that you might have been given by life. When you get down there, you get to burn it up. You get to throw it away. You get to burn it up. You get to cleanse yourself up, and you get to come back to your family ready to offer them something different. You come back a new person. You're invigorated. You're spiritually ready, and we've been doing it for a long time. We have men from all walks of life coming from different cities, different states. It's a huge event. So that's happening Friday. I'm excited about going down there to Maryland, and
I might do that next year, Brother Reggie.
Yes, brother. You kidding me? Absolutely. I will get you in even further. I can tell you, because they have guest speakers. They have a lot of different speakers because they have different.
If you can set me up as a guest speaker, man, that'd be great.
Yes, come on now. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that is something that's going on. Other than that, the summer's been great. Like I tell you, I got 3 sons. One of my sons, my youngest son, is a firefighter in Harlem. New York City firefighter. My middle son, he's 40 years old. The youngest son is 35. The middle son is 40. He's an iron worker with a union up here upstate. And then my oldest son, he's 43. He's a supervisor for the utility company in New York City, which is Con Edison. So he's a supervisor. And I've been spending time with them this summer. I had a birthday a couple of weeks ago. I've been spending time with my grandkids. I had some medical issues, but that slowed me down for a while, as it should have, because I was doing a lot of stuff. So I'm just here for the people, Brother Bay. I'm here for your listeners and anybody that's tuning in. You know, come go with me. Come go with me and let's help some people. Let's give some people something else to look at. Come on now. I listen. I'm available for you. I know, Sister Louisa.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
know Sister
Those who
Louisa.
are just joining me, this is Welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Talebosi Bey on Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids, YouTube. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button. Let people know that we're live. You
Yeah.
know, we're live with here with Brother Reggie Mitchell.
Yes.
The power of community and community service.
Yes. So
Now you are. Let's talk about your connection with Circles of Brothers. That you've been
right.
a member, a community liaison for Circles of Brothers for 10 years.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So the work that I do, you see, everybody can't be out there in the public. Sometimes you just don't have that type of personality. Everybody can't be on a large platform.
That's true. That's
Some
true.
people are more laid back. Some people are more behind the scenes.
Hmm.
Some people are not people persons to be out there.
That's
You
true.
know, some people do their work behind the scenes. Some people are shy. So how I become these community liaisons is that I'm out there. I'm out there in the people's faces, in the politicians' faces. I'm out there, marching with them. I'm out there promoting the radio show. I'm out there promoting mental health and substance misuse. I'm out there telling my story of where I come from. And while I'm doing that, I'm getting recognition, which you don't do it for recognition, but you're getting recognition from people who see you out there. So you're getting these phone calls to come to somebody's event, to talk to some people. You're getting these phone calls to help another organization. And Circle of Brothers was one of those organizations that called me up and asked me to be a part of them because I was already busy with Brothers in Recovery and doing some of my own stuff. So I said, okay, fine. So, I don't turn anybody down, but I have to assess it and see what it looks like, and I go in there and give them a little bit of expertise and then I sit back, but I'm in the helping field. That's what I do. I help people that can't help themselves, and I believe in people that can't believe in themselves only because someone did it for me. You see, this is not something that I just woke up with. Someone did these very same things for me when I was at a point when I would whatever. So what I do is I pay it forward. I give it back freely the way it was given to me, and I try to get people to understand it's okay. It's okay to feel a certain way. It is okay. It took me a long time to be comfortable with being 5'3". I'm pretty short. You see me in person. It took a long time, for me to be who I am and be comfortable with who I am. A lot of people aren't comfortable with who they are. They want to be somebody else. They want to change their self. They want to have different eyes, different noses, different hair. They want to change themselves. They're not grateful for what the Most High has given them, and I look at all of that as I travel and as I talk to people. And I do trainings all the time. There's workshops, to keep myself abreast of what's going on, so I could better help somebody else. I'm going to a veterans hospital tomorrow in this neighborhood called Montrose up here up in New York, and they have a big, huge contingent of people that are in a rehab facility. So they called me up and asked me to come speak to them tomorrow evening. So I'm going to come give them a kind word, a message of hope and a promise of freedom, you know. But I'm only going to bring me. I'm bringing myself. See, if you know yourself, then it's easy to present yourself. I don't have to change myself because I'm comfortable with who I am. I am who I am. So I know who I am. I know where I come from. So when I give you myself, I'm giving you my real self. When you meet me again, you're going to see my real self again. It's just going to be me. I'm not going to change up on you. No, I am who I am. So that's what I do. But when I'm not doing anything, I'm home reading. I'm reading some of my readings, relaxing. I learned how to cook in the Army. So I know how to cook. So that's one of the things I have under my belt. Is also I learned how to cook. I cook sometimes at home. I cook for other people in different programs. But Brother Bay, it's just a pleasure to be able to be on a platform like this one that we're on right now to talk about community and community service, which is so important. I can't even say that enough people don't do it because that's not my job to say that. But what I can say is if you want to do it, reach out to some people that's doing it already and attach yourself to them, and they can take you around like Brother Akil Rose did to us when we were youngins. He took us under his wing and he took us around and met different people. And we're both recipients of the Celebrate Thy Brother Award. Akil Rose is a recipient of that, and so am I, and so is Mark McPhee. You know Mark, yeah.
Mark, yeah, Mark
Yeah,
McPhee.
Mark McPhee, yes, he's a recipient of that award as well. And so so that's what I do. That's who I am, and I never forget where I came from. I never forget my past. I don't forget where I come from because if I forget where I came from, I'm not going to be effective in helping anybody. I'm going to think that I've arrived and that's it. But no, I got to always stay grounded and stay rooted so that I can best understand someone else. Because folks are going through things, and some of the things that I know, I can best understand them, and some of the things that I don't know, I could send them to people that do know, and they could help them. Because each one teach one. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I
Absolutely.
am. That's where I am. Mm-hmm.
Now, the annual Kwanzaa festival that is
Yes.
sponsored by Circles of Brothers, and there's also
Yes.
another organization that sponsors that with Circles of Brothers.
Yes, Brothers in Recovery.
Brothers in Recovery. All right.
Yes,
Yes.
we help sponsor that as well. Yes.
I attended
Families United for Solutions
Family
Trust.
United. That's it. Family United for
Robert Hart.
Solutions.
Robert Hart.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Circles of Brothers and Families United for Solutions. I actually attended. I actually vended at the last one.
Yes, you did. I remember.
Yeah, I was there at St. Charles's Church.
I'm the vendor coordinator. I make the vendoring possible. That's another hat that I wear. I'm the coordinator of the vendor
Or the
services.
vendors. All right.
Right, for that. So we do an annual Kwanzaa program. Kwanzaa program is it's not a holiday. It's a lifestyle that was created by Dr. Alana Karenga out in California back in 1961, not 1960. And it had 7 principles that went along with it. The Nguba Saba it's called. And you have Emoja, Nia, different principles for each day of the week. It's 7 days. It's in December. It starts December 26th, right? And it ends January 2nd. And it has 7 days principles. And it's not a replacement for Christmas or anything like that, but it's a way of life that you can enjoy family and friends, cultural events, exchanging of gifts, books, and stuff that we need. And a lot of people still don't celebrate it because they don't know. So our big Kwanzaa event that we give every year is to bring people in to the knowledge of Kwanzaa. It's to bring people in, and every year we bring more people in. So every year we get a big space, whether it's the church, whether it's the community center, and we get food donated by various people, and Louisa heads the food up and the volunteers, and we present awards to different community leaders or regular community people, and we give out toys and books and clothing. I mean, you were there, you seen it, and we have vendors, and it's a big celebration, and it's free. Everything is free. It's free, and we do it every year. So we're planning that now for this coming December. So it's
Yeah, it's right
Kwanzaa
around the
event.
corner, man. We got about 4 months,
We're
a little
planning
over
to get.
4 months, right around the
Yeah,
corner.
it's a huge event, and there's also another event that is very popular. My my Mason fundraiser, which is
Yes, the one you were
twice a
telling me.
year.
Yeah, you told me about
Twice
on.
a year. Yeah, because I'm a traveling man. You
Mhm.
know, international free and accepted. I'm a traveling man. So we have our fundraiser community dance uh, twice a year at St. Charles. We've
St.
been doing
Charles.
it there.
Right.
We've been doing it there for the last 20 something years, something like that. And
Mhm.
it's always a big turnout. I mean, we have a lot of fun. And once again, Louisa could tell you about it. We have a lot of fun, a lot of people, and we're planning our next one is November 8th.
November
So
8th. You told me about
you're
that. Yeah.
definitely gonna you're definitely gonna
And
be my guest.
Yeah,
November
I'm
8th.
going to be there.
Yes, you're gonna be my guest, and we'll have the flyer coming out soon, and I'll let you know more about it. But we do that every year, and that's a big event. That's a fundraiser, and that's usually
Mhm.
a certain price, but it's never enough. It's never that big of a price that anyone can afford.
Mhm.
Believe me, it's very inexpensive.
Well,
And
Louisa will be there with me.
yes,
Yeah,
but she'll
she'll
be
be
there
there
with
with me.
you,
Yeah,
and
yes.
some people,
I
yes,
talked to her.
because
Mhm.
yes. So, um, and other than that, what else is coming up? Our school supplies giveaway. That's usually in September,
Mhm.
where we feed the community and give away school supplies, to the kids. That's usually in September. But being is where our and that's sponsored by Brothers in Recovery and Circle of Brothers as well.
Circle. Yes. Mhm.
Yes. So we do that. And this is all a part of community, man.
And
It's
that's what y'all do that at the end of August.
we
Of
do
course,
it in
it's
the middle
before
in the
school starts.
first no, we do it actually school done already started when we do it. We do it the
All right.
second weekend in September.
Second week in September. All right.
Yes, yes. Because you can never have enough school supplies, especially if
That's
you're a
true.
parent. If you're a parent with 3 or 4 kids, and there's no other person in the household, no other adult,
Oh,
you're
that's
struggling. You have
absolutely.
to get those school supplies, so you have to go to these events. Matter of fact, there's so many organizations already doing their school supplies giveaway. I seen Tiny put their flyer up. They're doing
Yep.
one.
Yep.
There's a lot of
Tiny
people doing it. Yeah.
and Pastor Reggie.
Pastor Reggie, yes, Pastor
Yeah.
Reggie. Good mind. But community service is for everybody.
And
It's
they
for
were on
everybody.
the Pastor Reggie and Tiny were on Moorish Monday about 3 months ago or so.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were my guests.
Yeah. Well,
They
Tiny
were
is going to.
they were on
Yeah,
together. Hmm.
yeah. Tiny's going to be on the show, on the radio show, coming up. I don't know if it's going to be the end of August or during the beginning of September because he's going out of town. He'll be
All
out of
right.
town week after next. So he told me already, and we'll be out of town this weekend, so we won't be in the studio. So he had called me up. But yeah, it's important that we galvanize and we collaborate and we stick together and we try to build upon what we're doing. You know, because there's more people out here than we could help sometimes. But we need to understand that if we can call people in different cities and they can galvanize in their city, then that's how we can spread it. You know, people take care of their cities and we spread it, and we don't have to worry about running all over the world. You know, sort of like take care of your own backyard. You know, clean up your backyard. Don't tell me about my backyard. Clean up your backyard. But it's exciting. I'm happy to be a part of this type of lifestyle. You know, you know what I'm saying, brother Bay? Because I know you all over the
Absolutely.
place. You're all over the place. You're doing a lot of good work. You know, you're teaching a lot
Yes.
of good people. You
Yeah,
know,
Luis and I have been working together for 20 months now.
wow.
So definitely, I got almost 40 years, man, going back to college, and 33 years in teaching Moorish history, and I've written several books, as the audience knows, and
Yeah,
definitely, I'm excited. Once again, uh, going back to your radio program.
yeah. Let
That's
me tell you
every
how that all.
that's every Friday.
Yeah, let me give you a little background on the radio show, right?
Yeah, give some background about the radio.
Yeah,
Perspective, another
yeah.
perspective.
So another perspective, and it's also sponsored by Brothers in Recovery, right? We were sitting around. I think it was over 10 years ago, sitting around at our office space in Harlem, and one of the brothers came in and he was like, "Hey, I just been asked to do a radio show, right?" And we was like, "Really? Wow, radio show now." So we were sitting around having our meeting, right? So he was like, they wanted to know. He was telling us that the people wanted to know if they can get 3 people to come along and do the show, right? So we were like, "Well, what's the particulars?" So they was like, "Well, it's going to be a talk show, and it's and our time slot would be Fridays at 5 p.m. Talk show." So we were all sitting around, and nobody was really saying anything. Nobody really mentioned yes they want to do it, no they don't want to do it. They were just thinking and thinking. Then like one of us raised our hand and said, "Okay, I'll be willing to be involved." And then another one raised their hand, another one raised their hand, and we had that team. So now we had to come up with a name for the show. So we were sitting around all that night, throwing out different names, and stuff like that. And we were tired and it was late, and we came up with another perspective. But the key to it all, was a certain amount of discipline, because you had to be in studio live every Friday at 5 p.m. No matter where you was at. You committed to being there at 5 p.m. every Friday. So that was one of the keys to the whole thing. So just so happens that a couple of us was retired and one of us was working, but they could be there. They got off at a certain time. So that was the premise of how we got the show. So now we had to come up with topics and start getting guests. We had to learn the engineering part of how to act, because we never done a radio show before in our life. This was all hands on. We got thrown in there hands on. And 10 years later, another perspective, WHCR 90.3 FM is still going strong, and we're still doing good work, and we still make a mistake every now and then, but we're still going strong. And I'm so grateful that now we've had some members that had to leave the show for various reasons. Uh, there's 2 of us. Well, actually, one of them came back. So there's 3 original members, It was 4 of us, but now there's 3 original members, and there was 2 other members who were part of the original team, but couldn't do the show no more. So we're making it work. That's me, Brother Kadir, and Brother Joseph. Those are the brothers you were talking with when you were on the show. So we make it work. It's really been a really wonderful awakening of our spirit to do a radio show and to be on the air this long and to connect with different people, because we've interviewed so many different types of people. It's unbelievable, but we're having fun, and we're giving back, because it's a community radio program, and we're also giving back to the community, and it's sponsored by us, Brothers in Recovery. So that's one of the big things in our life, is this radio show. And everybody and people are starting to know us a lot because it's based in Harlem. So that's how the radio show came about. Yeah.
And it's every Friday and airs from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on your dial, WHCR 90.3 FM, and you can screen it. You can live stream it on www.whcr.org. And there may be little kinks every now and then, but you'll get it. And you can call in to the show. You know, you have a call-in segment as well that people will call in, or you can be a guest in person in the studio live, or you could be a call-in guest from wherever city you're at. If you can't make it to Harlem or to be in person, you could be a call-in guest over the phone, as you can attest to, Brother Bear. And
I was a calling guest.
Yes, you were a calling guest, and that's fine. But we're going to get you in the studio live when we get back from our retreat. We're going to work on getting you in there definitely as soon as we can, because you brought so much to us that you had our mouths wide open, because we had never interviewed someone of your caliber, and and believe me, the brothers want more. So
right on. I definitely got to make it in the studio. I have to. I got to make it in the studio next time. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna make that happen.
Yes, brother, you will. So what else is on that
bio? I'm looking at my notes here. Well, you mentioned that you're a recovery certified coach. We have that. Promote multiple health pathways to recovery through peer support.
Right. Okay. Now, that section, promoting multiple pathways to recovery through peer support. Now, peer support is a system of others like you in a setting trying to help each other. A peer trying to help each other. Now, the other pathways to recovery is something called harm reduction. Now, harm reduction is another pathway to where you want to stop using drugs, but you don't want to stop totally. You want to slow down on it. You want to stop smoking cigarettes, but you don't want to stop totally. So instead of you smoking a pack, you start smoking a half a pack. You're helping yourself because you're not smoking a pack of cigarettes no more. You're only smoking a half a pack, and you're winging yourself off slowly. But you're not stopping totally. Sometimes it's hard to stop something automatically. Sometimes you got to be winged off of it slowly. So harm reduction is that you're reducing the harm to yourself, even though you're still indulging in certain activities, you're not doing it as much. And the more you reduce the harm that you're doing to yourself, the next thing you know, who knows, somewhere along the line, you won't be doing it no more at all. But you did it slowly. Because sometimes we often tell people, stop using drugs. Stop it. Stop shopping. Stop it. Stop eating so much. Stop it. Stop having sex so much. Stop it. Stop buying clothes. Stop it. Like you're doing. Stop gambling so much. Stop it. But what about try doing it less? Slowly. Try doing it less. You may not want to stop it. You may not be able to just stop it just like that. You may not be able to just turn it off. It has to be managed slowly to where you get to the point where you're not doing it no more. You know, that's for some people. Some people can stop it, go to a rehab facility and come out clean. They ain't doing it no more at all. Some people can go to harm reduction therapy and slowly wing themselves off of whatever is hurting them, but they're reducing the harm that it's doing to them. Because addiction is anything. Addiction is anything that you continue to do even when you know there could be some negative consequences. You just keep doing it anyway. And what harm reduction does, it reduces the harm that you're doing to yourself. I had a young lady in a group the other day, and she was addicted to shopping. Every time she bought a new outfit, she needed to buy a new pair of shoes. She turned around with 1,000 pairs of shoes, and she only got 2 feet. So now she's got big containers of clothes with tags still on them from 2 years ago, but yet she keep buying more clothes. So how do we tell her to stop buying more clothes? How do we tell her to stop buying shoes? First, we got to offer her something different, like maybe don't buy no shoes today. Maybe only buy 1 pair as opposed to buying 2 pair. Maybe start giving away some of those clothes that you got, that you brought a year ago and you ain't wear yet. Let's reduce the harm. Maybe when you go out with your loved one, you drive past the mall. You don't say, honey, I just want to stop in here for a minute. Because if you stop in there for a minute, you're going to buy something. You're going to buy some clothes or some shoes. So maybe you drive past the mall. Maybe you try to, but you got to recognize that. See, that's got to be recognized by the individual. That part of addiction has to be recognized. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. You could eat. You could be an eataholic. You just always eating. You know. There's all kind of addictions that we have. So that's different pathways to recovery. That's how that is. That's what that's about. Slowing down the harm that it's going to do to you.
That's excellent advice. Excellent
Oh, yes.
advice.
Oh, yes, brother. Believe me, you see it. You see it in people all the time. You see it in people all the time as you travel. But it's just difficult sometimes to tell them to just stop that it's no good for them. They know it's no good for them, but they're not able to just stop it. So we offer them something else. We offer them a process of slowing it down. Giving you all this good stuff, Brother Bay. This is free.
Absolutely.
To your audience and to your fan base.
Do y'all hear that?
This is free information I'm giving your
Hit
fan
the like
base.
button.
You can take it with you to your communities. Oh, wow. I heard a Brother Reggie talk about harm reduction. I heard him talk about different pathways to recovery. Oh, wow. I heard him talk about this. I heard him talk about that. Yes, you can call me up. Absolutely. Brother Bay has the right right now to give my phone number and information to anybody he come across that may want it. I don't shy away from that. I'm not hiding. You can call me up anytime you want and say, I heard you on Moorish Mondays, Brother Reggie. I'll be in New York such and such a date. Let's link up. Or I got an idea, Brother Reggie. Can you come to my city? You understand what I'm saying? I heard you on Moorish Monday, Brother Reggie. You were talking about A, B, C, and D. So listen, that's how it works, Brother Bay. We offer ourselves to others.
That's how it works.
We can't
That's
keep
how it
it.
has worked for me over the years.
Right.
That's
Come
how it
on,
has worked
blind.
for me over
Right.
the years.
Yes. You have to give
Yep.
it away. The knowledge you obtained, you got from somebody else. Someone taught you. So now your obligation is to teach somebody else. Because someone's going to ask them where they got it from. They're going to say, well, I went to one of Brother Bay's classes. Or I was in this city and I heard Brother Bay speaking. That brother was so powerful, I had to go up to him and say, man, we can't keep it unless we give it away. That's a paradox.
Absolutely.
And it's the
Absolutely.
therapeutic value of one person helping another. That means we meet in the middle. So there you go to your fan base, Moorish Mondays. I'm so glad to be on.
Once again, those who just joined me, we're on Moorish here on Moorish Monday. Welcome to Moorish Monday with Abdullah El Talimosi Bey. We're in the house. We have Brother Reggie Mitchell
Yes,
talking
sir.
on the topic of the power of community and community service. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let people know that we're on live and direct. Share this to your social media platforms. Brother Reggie, you have the talent show for both old and new.
Yes.
Let's discuss,
Yes.
discuss that.
Yes. The talent show we have, it's the unification of old and new talent coming together. We do that once a year. We've done it in the past. It was a great success. We bring young people together, young talent, and we bring older talent together, and we actually have prizes. You know, we actually have people who actually judge the talent show. We have judges as well. You know, and we bring them together, and it's a really good thing. And it's clean, it's fun. There's no drugs, there's no alcohol being served or around in the space. We get a nice auditorium, and we have a nice program. We have dressing rooms for the people, and we have some really good talent. I mean, we had some. The last one we had, it was really good. You know, it's you know, and trust me, your audience will want to be there. That's why I say all of these things they can connect with me. But yeah, the talent show is really good. It's a big thing. So that's what we do. We bring the young and the old together.
When is the next one, Brother Reggie?
You know something?
Has it been scheduled?
No, it's passed already.
It's
I'm sorry
passed.
to
All
say,
right.
yes, that it won't be another one until next year. It'll have to be. It's usually around Mother's Day.
All right. So
So yeah,
that's in May.
we'll have to wait. But
All right, that's in May then. So we gotta wait. You know, we got about
yeah, yeah,
8 to 9 months. Mm-hmm.
right. It's usually around Mother's Day, and you know we'll have it again. But it's nice. Thanksgiving feeding. We feed the community for Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
also.
feeding. All right,
Every
that's
year,
right around the corner.
yeah, every year we feed the community for Thanksgiving. We'll offer the space by a friend of ours, and the name of the space is called the Pillars, Pillars. It's a community organization in Harlem, and they offer a lot of free programs to people. I mean, trainings. I mean, they offer Tai Chi. They offer yoga. They offer
Yoga.
yeah, they offer yoga. They offer Tai Chi. They offer trainings for plumbing. They offer different dance classes.
Hmm.
Uh, Acupuncture. They offer acupuncture, and
Oh wow.
it's a really good place. It's called the Pillars, and it's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 in Harlem. They have to Google it and they'll see the Pillars. So we have our
Hmm.
Thanksgiving feeding there every Thanksgiving day. We feed on the day of Thanksgiving
On the
and
day. All right.
on that day, and we feed hundreds of people. I mean, it's free to the public. You don't have to be homeless to want to play the food, and we take volunteers. Once again, Louisa kind of runs that also. She runs the
Yeah,
volunteers.
I might be there. I think I'll talk touch bases with Louisa, and
Right.
I might make myself available. So I might be there with Miss Louisa,
Yeah,
and
she
I can go live and you
yes,
know
yes.
interview you. I'll interview Louisa, a few others, my
Hmm.
live platform. So that's something I may do.
Yeah, that's a big program, the
Yeah.
Thanksgiving feeding. We do it
Hmm.
on Thanksgiving Day, and it's usually early. It's usually from like 11
Hmm.
to 1, and we feed a lot of people, and we have good young people volunteering, as well. We have a
Hmm.
bunch of good sisters on the assembly line, dishing out good food with a smile. No pork on our fork, you know. So there's no pork to be served. There's no alcohol being served.
No alcohol.
We're
Well, no, of course not.
alcohol
No,
is
no
there.
alcohol. No.
Right. We're feeding wholesome food,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing. It's really a good thing, and that's every November. That's every Thanksgiving Day.
Every
So
Thanksgiving. Uh-huh.
every Thanksgiving on
Hmm.
Thanksgiving Day. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. So much community stuff going on, you know.
Uh, you talked about the neighborhood feed, which is
Yes,
it's separate from Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving feed is just that's
yes.
on Thanksgiving Day. But you do neighborhood feed throughout the year. Is that done throughout the year? The neighborhood feed,
Uh, that's
or is it
done.
done on time?
That's done September for the school supplies giveaway. We feed the community while we do
Or you
that as
do
well.
neighborhood feed with the school supply giveaway?
Right. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
And then we
I
do the
got you.
night out. The night out against crime is every August, every first Tuesday in August. So a lot of these programs are done once a year, but some of them are done throughout the year, depending on the
Mm-hmm.
situation. Uh, our lodge does a block party every year as well. We
Mm-hmm.
feed and give out school supplies there as well. So yeah, so for the most
Good.
part, we're always feeding somewhere. We're always giving the
Mm-hmm.
community something. You know, and the talent show is called the Intergenerational Talent Show. Intergenerational.
Intergenerational talent show.
Yeah,
Right.
you're putting the new with the old. Intergenerational. Hmm. So, and I spend a lot of time with my uh, with my sons in the community as well. And and vendoring also is a part of my community service. Selling my products out there, on the streets, a vendor. I have a vendor's license as well. So I'm able
Mm-hmm.
to sell products out on the street. And people know me from that also. I'm so out there in the community that the community knows me from so many different things that I do. You know, I do some stuff with my brother who is a mainstay at the Apollo Theater. He does a lot of work for the Apollo Theater. He works for the theater as well. So we do stuff with him at the Apollo, free movies for kids. You know, that was a big thing. So there's a lot of things that go on, and I'm just happy to be a part of so many different things. Even though I've had, a couple of a couple of health challenges recently, but I'm recovering from those health challenges now. I'm getting better
Hmm.
and stronger every day. Um, Sometimes things come up that are beyond your control, and you got to take care of them. You have to stand down for a little while so that you can take care of your health. I implore everyone, please take care of your health. Because you only got this one soul, and you need to take care of it. So I wasn't doing
Yes.
that at first, but I'm doing it now. You know, so
Good. Good.
yes, my brother. So what
So
else?
looking at, is there, well, what else do you, all right. So what do you see? It's been a long journey for you in the community service, and you've done a great job in packing my audience and the power of community and community service.
Well,
What,
community service. Yeah, go ahead.
let's say 5 years from now, what do you project 5 years from now
I
for
project.
the community?
Go ahead. Well, I project that I'll have my grandchildren doing what I was doing because you have to lay the foundation and you have to pass the torch. You know,
Hmm.
I'm considered in my circle. I'm like really young in my circle. Most of my circle are 75 years old and better. So I'm 66. So I've gotten past that
Hmm.
threshold. But 5 years from now, I expect to see a whole different generation that will be taught by brothers like us. So that they'll be out there doing what we're doing and keeping this moving because communities, there was a time when you couldn't come in each other's communities if you wasn't from that community. We'd know right away. We'd know right away. We'd question you. Hey, what are you doing? You know. Nowadays, they just come in your community and set up shop and don't even ask you. Don't even say anything to you. And then when things go wrong, they just pack up and leave. So we got to protect our communities. We have to go back to that old way of guarding our own communities, putting up our own security in our communities. You know, really, because you have unmentionables coming into your community and doing a lot of stuff, and you're not saying anything. No one's saying anything. They think it's okay, but it's not. There used to be a time when you have the block parties in the communities, and you would know everybody in your community. You would know everybody. You know, so I hope to see some of that come back. You know, where communities were tight knit. They were tight knit. They everybody knew everybody. So you have the freedom to play in your streets of your community and stuff like that. But there's so much going on. I mean, there's a lot going on in this world. But if you can do your part to make it a better place, you've done your job. So I'm doing everything I can to make the communities that I visit better. You know, and I have, like I said, I have grandchildren. I have eight grandchildren. So I'm teaching them. And my sons, they're doing what they got to do, in their various jobs. Like I said, one of my sons is a firefighter and he's a person of color.
Hmm.
So he's doing great in his community. They see him as a person of color in the community saving lives, running into burning buildings, pulling people out, you know? So this is what I'm teaching. pass the torch. There's so much going on. You have to pass the torch. You really do, because you're not going to be here forever. Some of us are getting of that age where we can't do this as well as we used to. So we have to teach this to others, and that's where I see it going on. I see a lot of interchanging of the guard. Uh, passing the
Mhm.
torch. So that's where I see it, Brother Bay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I exhausted my notes here from your bio. What happened? What else can you tell us about yourself that you haven't done so already, or that I haven't asked, or that was
Right,
not on your bio? Because I actually took from your bio to
right,
generate notes and
right,
formulate questions.
right. Well, Brother Bay, I can tell you that I live in God's country up here, upstate New York. It's pretty nice up here. I'm not in the city anymore. I moved away from the city because I had an opportunity uh, to do something different. I can
Mhm.
tell you that I'm happy where I am in this space. You know, wow. What else can I tell you? I told you where I came from: drugs and alcohol, the streets, and I'm able
Yep.
to do what I'm doing now for these different communities. I just hope to keep on helping communities as long as I can. Keep on making a difference. Keep on providing good content on the radio show. You know, keep on, looking towards the future with my brothers and sisters, and to always understand that it didn't have to be this way. Things could have went terribly wrong somewhere in my life, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But as the Most High will have it, we're here. We're here to have this conversation. There's a reason for it. There are no coincidences where I come from. There are no coincidences. My steps have already been ordered. It's supposed to be this way. I look at it just as that. You know, because it could have went all wrong, and we could be having another conversation, or I could not even be here, or we could have never met. And that's those
Yes.
connections that we get, that we, as we meet other people, as we connect with one another, those are those connections. And I remember seeing you a lot around Louisa, different
Hmm.
places that would be in the same place. And it was just going to be a matter of
Yep.
time before we actually connected the way we supposed to connect, because no coincidences. It's whenever the time is there, whenever the time is ready, it happens on its own. We don't have anything to do with it. We don't have anything to do with it. It's the Most High that puts everything in perspective, and you know we try to plan stuff, but Most High has a better plan, a bigger plan. So I look at it like that, and I'm looking forward to learning more from you. You know,
I'm excited.
about 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 the Masons. You did give me a snippet you know about the Feds and all that. I don't want to get into that conversation right now, but
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I have one right in the room right
Uh
now.
huh. Yes. Yes.
It's blue.
Oh,
It
you have a
has
blue one. All right.
yeah, I have a blue one. It has my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I have my regalia and everything right in the room. Yeah, but you can tell me something more about that.
Mm-hmm.
You said, "Oh, it's a blue one, huh?"
Well, yeah, I've seen blue ones. I've seen I met a couple of brothers who not in the lodge though. A couple of conscious Moors who've worn
Okay.
blue ones, but most
Yeah,
of
mine's in large.
the
Yeah.
conscious Moors will have the cherry red as I'm wearing or the burgundy one,
Uh-huh.
and then all in the Shriners, those who are unconscious Moorish Shriners and or the European Shriners, they wear
Okay.
the burgundy one or cherry red.
So why do we wear a black one or a blue one?
And the black one too. I've seen a few. The mystics. The mystics wear the black ones. The mystic orders of the veiled prophet of the chanted realm.
Mm.
That was established in 1850. The mystic order,
Mm.
also known as the grottos. They wear the black ones. That's the Europeans. They're the hijackers. Yeah, the hijackers. They wear the black ones, and
I got.
they have Moorish names for their temples.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Shriners wear the burgundy ones, and the Mystics wear the
Well,
black one.
I got so much to learn,
Mhm.
and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the brothers. There aren't any brother mystics. I haven't seen any brothers who are mystics, mystic order of the Veil Prophet. So
Mm.
because you have the shrine, you have the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of the mystic shrine, now known as Shriners International. Those are the Europeans. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have the Prince Hall Shriners, which is known as the ancient Egyptian Arabic order of the nobles of this tribe, which was established 20 years later after the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of Mixed Shrine.
Okay.
But the Europeans hijacked it from us. They copied from us.
Okay.
As I mentioned on the show, that the
Right.
Europeans making the claims that we copied from them, and they filed in the local temple of Texas, Houston, Texas, of the ancient Arabic order. The Europeans filed for an injunction to forbid our brothers from wearing their own Moorish fezzes, regalia. But of course, the brothers don't know that it's theirs. So
Okay.
the hijackers, claiming that is theirs. But you see, our not knowing who we are. Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
they
a
so they so they claim they hijack. They claim it as their own, and then you do it. Then they file an injunction against you.
uh,
That's a lot of
well,
power. That's a
yeah.
lot of power that they have over our people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of power to suppress information, to suppress who we are, to rename us, to reclassify. It's a lot of power to construct new meanings upon new meanings upon new meanings. And then we are indoctrinated with that constructed meanings. That's a lot of power. We're not talking about over 5 people. We're not talking about over 10 people. We're not talking about over 20 people. We're talking about over millions of our people
Mm-hmm.
for over 200 years. I mean, that's a lot of power to have that much control over millions of our people for over 200 years. Tremendous power.
Not really.
So we don't. So we're not walking in the mindset of our ancestors.
Okay.
They're not walking in the mindset of our ancestors. Our ancestors are in us. It's not there in our cellular memory, but it's not. It has not surfaced. That which is not cellular memory has not surfaced to the conscious mind. So consciously, we're not walking. Subconsciously, we are because in the cellular
Mm-hmm.
memory, but consciously, we're not walking in the mind of our ancestors.
Okay.
The Europeans are more walking in the minds of our ancestors. The Europeans are more walking. If I'm pointing out to a people who would be more walking in the minds of our ancestors, it would be the Europeans,
Mm-hmm.
not us, not us. I know you haven't. I understand. I know that is, because that we have that misconception. You know what I mean? I understand. You know, the Europeans are more walking in the mindset of our ancestors. They've taken our holidays, they've
Yes.
taken our festivals, they've taken
Yes.
our rituals, our hairdressers, our ceremonies, our
Yes.
dances, our rites. You know, they're more walking in the mindset of our ancestors. We're not. We're not.
I hope
I'm
to.
talking about as a large body of people. We're not.
Right. Right. Right.
We're not talking about a little pocket. I'm not talking about pockets here and there. I'm talking about by the millions. We're not. We're not. As I said on the show, that our brothers don't like. I'm wearing the Moorish Fez now, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I wear the Moorish Fez because I have a cultural affinity to it. It's a
Mm-hmm.
cultural affinity that I have. All right. Whereas a brother who's a Shriner don't have a cultural affinity.
Right.
So
Okay.
they don't view the feds the way I view the feds. It's just an organization. To them,
Yes.
it's they wear it because it's an organizational. It's that's part of their organization they belong to. They use the names, you know.
There you go. There you go.
It's just there's no cultural affinity. There's
There
no
you go.
cultural affinity to the names. It's just the name of their temple.
Right. Well, you're absolutely right, because I guess that's why I wear it. Just the name of my temple. Yes.
Right, right. Yeah.
Okay.
So they more identify with that. They more identify with English names, English
Mm-hmm.
family names, Dutch
Mm-hmm.
family names, Scottish family names, uh, 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 um, Dutch Irish family names, Danish family names. You know, so they don't identify with the names culturally that's on their fezzes. They don't identify with the names that's the name of their lodge. That's Moorish names. That's Moorish names. The name of the temples they belong to are Moorish names. They don't identify with those names affinity. They identify with Smith, Jones, Mitchell, Rockington, Johnson,
Yes.
O'Neill, O'Reilly. They identify with those names.
Okay.
All right. So out away from the lodge, they're away from the lodge. Then there's no culture connection. You know, it's just that's the lodge. You know, that's the name of the
Mm-hmm.
temple, and that's the fairs, and you know what I mean. There's no culture affinity. You see the
Mm-hmm.
control.
Yes. I'm learning. Definitely
Tremendous
awakening me up.
control.
Yes. Definitely
They
waking
they
me up.
they view it as symbols. It's just there's symbols to them. It's but they don't view it as measurement tools and of timekeeping, and it's just symbols. Masonic symbols, and I'm going to my meeting, and it's no cultural connection. That's what they
Wow.
did to us, man. They raped us. They raped us, man. They castrated us.
Hmm.
Mental, economic too, not just mental. It's not just
Okay.
a mental castration. Economically, culturally, politically,
Mm-hmm.
socially. So it's not just
Mm-hmm.
mental. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
mental because it's economic too. It's political too because they control our land and resources. So it's not just mental. We just can't say mental.
Right. Well, you are opening my eyes. I don't mind going back there and telling the brothers some of this.
They've stolen our birthright. They're claiming our Moorish estate. So they openly wear the regalia. They have the Shriners Parade and the Mystic Parade, and they open in our face, right in our face, right in our face. They wear
Hmm.
our Moorish fezzes and fez, and they have the Moorish names and regalia right in our face.
Okay.
And the brothers See, see the brothers, the Shriners, the Prince Hall Shriners. The Prince Hall Shriners, when they established the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of Mr. Shrine, they didn't do it with a knowledge of knowing who they are. They looked at the Europeans. They more wanted to be like the Europeans, but they're not being like in their mind. Talk about in their mind. In their mind.
Okay.
They wanted the inclusion, the DI. They wanted DEI, diversity,
Right.
equality, inclusion. You know what I mean? So we want to be included, and we want to have our own lodge type thing, and like so. But the brothers are not. The brothers are not imitating the Europeans. The Europeans are imitating us. So the brothers were never but in their mind they were.
Mm-hmm.
In their mind they were coming with the inclusion mindset. That's a subservient mindset. They want the brothers who established the ancient Arabic Egyptian order of the Nobles Mixed Shrine in 1890s. They didn't do it with a knowledge of who they are. They didn't do it with a knowledge of, reclaiming their birthright. They didn't do it with the knowledge of, knowledge that we are the royal ones. This is ours. They didn't do it with that knowledge. They did it with the inclusion, diverse DEI. They did it with the DEI mindset. The diversity, equality, inclusion. They did it with the DEI mindset.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
They didn't do it from birthright perspective.
Wow.
They didn't do it from a rulership perspective. They didn't do it. DEI.
It's a whole lot going on, huh?
We don't need DEI.
Right.
We need the recovery of our lost Moorish sovereignty. We don't need civil rights. We need the recovery of our lost Moorish sovereignty and revival of our Moorish statehood and control of our land and natural resources.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need programs. We need the recovery of our lost Moorish sovereignty and revival of our Moorish statehood and re-enter the international community as an old and original state under the reversion of sovereignty. We need to gain control of our natural resources and our place among the family of nations. We don't need reparations. We need to be restored to our sovereignty and revival of our Moorish statehood, and be re-entered into the family of nations as an old and original state through the version of sovereignty. Restoration, not reparations.
Yeah.
Restore
right.
us post-millennium, which is the principle of international law of returning a people to their original status,
Right.
condition before conquest, before servitude, before slavery. We need to be indemnified. We need to be made whole, to be restored. Reparation doesn't do that.
Mm.
We don't need to be repaired. We need to be restored wholly to our original condition and status. So they're giving us the argument because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling us what to argue. They're telling us to argue civil rights. They're telling us to argue reparations. They're telling us to argue DEI. They're telling us to argue affirmative action. They're not telling us to argue reversion of sovereignty, reversion to more sovereignty, revival of more statehood. They're not, of course not. They're not telling us the issue, the continuation of European English and European conquest and colonization that has been managed by the United States, for 200 years. They're not telling us to argue that.
Mm. You're right.
They're telling us to argue black power. People of color. They gave us that. They renamed us. They suppressed our Moorish nationality and our Moorish history. They're telling us that we're slaves. We're not slaves. We're not descendants of slaves. You can't be. It's impossible for you to be descendant of slave because that's a bloodline. That's a pedigree. That's a pedigree, ancestry, lineage, nationality of Eastern Europeans. Those in Eastern Europe. So we can't be descendants of slaves because that's not our bloodline. That's not our pedigree. We're Moors. No, we're descendants of Moors. We're not descendants of slaves. We're descendants of Moors, not descendants of slaves,
right,
or Slavs. Yeah, they raped us, man. They castrated us, man. They removed every aspect of Moorish national character. They suppressed our Moorish national consciousness and placed us in a fictional category of black, Negro colored. That's not a people. Black can never be a people. Black never was, can never be. It's impossible. Impossible for black to be a people. We are who our ancestors are. Black is a fictional category that Moors have been placed in. And the United States initiated it. The United States did not initiate renaming and reclassifying us. Spain did. France did. England did. The Dutch did. The United States maintained it. The United States did not conquer. Spain did. France did. England did. The United States received stolen goods from Spain, from England, from France. It's called that they transferred. Spain transferred through purchase the Louisiana territory, our land, a large portion of our land that they acquired through conquest to the United States through the Louisiana Purchase Treaty. The United States is in possession of stolen goods. The United States didn't conquer. France conquered. The United States is not a conqueror. The United States is a receiver of stolen goods from the conqueror. It's important to identify, what that's key, because we can't say United States is a conqueror, because that's a false premise. Because then you have to support that. You can't support that. United States received stolen goods from the conqueror, France, Spain, England. United States is maintaining the conquest that was put in, that they take over from France. They took over from Great Britain. They took over from Spain. As Spain transferred Florida to the United States in the 1818 treaty. So Spain transferred Spanish territorial sovereignty through the 1818 treaty over Florida to the United States. I'm being very specific, very detailed, identifying the principle and application of law and the source of law with specificity, name of the treaty and everything. Law specific.
Okay.
Yep. So I definitely, Brother Reggie, I greatly appreciate you accepting my invitation to be my guest.
And I definitely appreciate you, brother. Always bringing the knowledge. And we're going to link up and we're going to do some good stuff. Each one teach one. Yes,
absolutely.
Sir, yes.
So I want to thank my audience Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button. Share the recording. As soon as you're over, the recording will be available. This was a very thought-provoking. We're definitely going to have you back. I'm looking to, what I'm going to do, Brother
Yes,
Reggie,
sir. Yes,
is
sir.
I'm going to bring you, Louisa,
Mm-hmm.
a Tiny, Brother Tiny, and Pastor Reggie on
A panel.
at the same time as a panel.
Powerful.
Yes. Yeah,
Powerful, brother.
yes, let's do that.
Yes.
Let's
Let's
do
do that.
that. And then we maintain the same topic, the power of community and community service, because y'all are tied in to that.
Yes. Powerful, brother. Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
so we
to.
can, I'll set that up. Because I'm already filled for September, almost filled for October. Probably will set that up for November. So I'll coordinate all your schedules, and I'll reach out to y'all this week, and we can set that in place.
Yeah,
This will
brother. Do
coordinate,
that.
make sure we coordinate our schedules. So I'll just set y'all. I'll text everybody in particular a couple of dates
Yes.
to
Do
choose
that.
from,
Yeah. Well, that'd be good. I mean, I
or
hope to
or
catch.
just write out or a date, and then y'all let me know. All right.
Yes, and I hope to catch up
So
to you in the city one day before the year is out.
yeah, that say again.
I said I hope to
I didn't
catch
hear
up to
you.
you in the city soon.
Well, I'm
You know.
coming to November 8th event.
Yes. Yes, brother. That's when we'll link up.
I'll be
Yes.
at the event in November 8th. I've already put that in my calendar. I already reached out to Sister Louisa.
Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Yes.
Yes. That'll work. Yes. And
Uh-huh.
I'll keep you.
So we'll
And I'll keep
definitely
you
see
posted.
if we don't see each other before then, we'll see each other
Right.
then.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, definitely. I'll definitely keep you posted of what's going
Yes.
on.
But I would like to also attend the Thanksgiving feed, the
Yes. Oh,
Thanksgiving Day,
that's a beautiful program. We would
so
love to.
that I can lives and interviews and all that.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking to
I
that's
got you
something
down
that
for
would
that
be
for
while
Thanksgiving Day.
my attending.
If you're able to, yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll work.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll definitely
Mm-hmm.
work because that's something really nice, and we have a lot of fun doing that, and we feed a lot of people, and it makes a difference. What we do makes a difference,
Absolutely.
and I'm looking forward to getting more knowledge about what you were talking about, and because
Mm-hmm.
we're actually on a summer break right now. We go back to our
Yeah, the
lodges.
lodges are usually on the summer break. Yeah, I'm aware about the lodges summer breaks.
Yeah, we're on a
Mm-hmm.
summer break, so we'll go back soon. And
Yes.
hey, you got to learn. If you don't know, you need to learn. So I need to learn. You
I said, if
know,
you don't know, you gotta ask somebody.
gotta ask somebody. That's right, brother.
Gotta ask somebody.
All right.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, brother, you have
Yes, sir.
any last words, brother? Give the audience some last words.
Okay, my good people, my wonderful people. I just want to thank you, all of you, for engaging in this conversation, listening. I hope you go back to your communities and try to do something for your community. Look around in your community and see what needs to be done and get some people like minded together and make it happen. Because if you don't, you're just going to be complaining and, you're going to be you're not going to be part of the solution. You're going to be a part of the problem. So don't be a part of the problem. Try to be a part of the solution. Go home to your families, look around, and do something different. Make something happen. Because if you don't, it's not going to get done. Don't worry about somebody else doing it. You do it. Don't think that the man on the TV going to do it for you. Don't think that the politician's going to do it for you. They're not going to do it for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have to go to your communities and look around and see what needs to be done. It could be something small. You can start off with something small, something on your block, you know? Just all you need is a couple of like-minded people Start off with something small, and I guarantee you it'll grow. I guarantee you the idea will grow. And if you need some help, I'm Brother Reggie Mitchell, and you can reach me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
LinkedIn.
Yep.
The other one, I forgot the name of the other one, but you can reach me on all those platforms, and you can also email me at rmitchell. That's lowercase letters rmitchell125@gmail.com. That's how you can reach me, or you can actually call me up 646-633-7539, or you can look on all the social media platforms, Reggie Mitchell on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and or you can get in touch with Brother Bay, and he can reach out to me, and we can help you to help your community. Start some small stuff. That's all, Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I
That's great. Thank you,
want to
brother.
thank Sister Louisa. I want to thank Sister Louisa Flores for introducing us.
Yes.
You know, for making this possible. All right, that she facilitated, and she definitely said, "Oh, you got to get Brother Reggie." She was giving me different people to have on the show. So
Yes.
definitely,
She was promoting hard. I saw her all
yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
promoting
yes.
hard. The other brothers, they were engaged in another event. They weren't able to get on because they had another Monday Zoom to get on to with the program, the resiliency
Oh, we'll get
program.
him another time. I just wanted you.
Right, right. I'm
I
talking
just
about
wanted you on.
yes,
Well, we can
they're
definitely make
involved.
time for. Yeah, yeah. I just wanted. Yeah,
So
I got it. Just wanted to feature you. As I said, had Louisa on, and I had Brother Tony and Pastor Ray on together. They're the dynamic duo. Yeah, but I wanted to feature you because
oh
you have
yeah,
so much to offer. So
yes,
you needed the time. You needed the time. All right. So you needed the full 2 hours.
yes,
As
I
we've
did.
gone 2 hours.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
we had this conversation, and
Absolutely.
I just want to remind folks that if they plan on coming to the program, which is the 23rd, the 23rd of this month,
Of,
August
of this
23rd.
month. Oh yes.
Yes, it's the resiliency program, and it's going to be held in Harlem at the. I was trying to pull up the flyer so I can read it
Right.
off.
So you can give. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm trying to pull up the flyer so I can give up the right information because I'm trying to.
And send me the flyer too. I can post it. So I can post
Yes,
it. Or
yes, I'm going to send you the flyer definitely.
mm-hmm.
Um, where is the flyer? Where is the flyer? Oh, here it is. Okay, it's
You got
building
it. All right.
resilient communities in our urban zones, and it is going to be Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 to 4 p.m. at St. Charles Barrimo Church, 211 West 141st Street. And that's sponsored by the Circle of Brothers, Families United for Solution. And it's called Building Resilience Communities in Our Urban Zones. And it's going to be a really good program. So please, if you can come by, stop by. I'll send you the flyer right
Yep.
now so that you
Yeah.
can
Send me the
post.
flyer now. Right.
Yes, I'm sending it to you right now so you can post it to all your good people. And
Absolutely.
all right.
All right.
Okay, brother.
All right, my brothers and sisters. I definitely want to thank y'all. Always want to thank Brother Hank for offering this Moorish Monday platform to me. This is 20 months now. This has been 20 months that I've been rocking on Moorish Monday, Magnus Crystal Pyramids YouTube. Hank reached out to me in November 2023 and offered this platform to me, and I've been rocking strong. And I've had over 30 guests over the
Mm,
past 20 months. I got a host of guests lined up. So by the end of by 24th month, I'll probably have a good 40 plus 45 plus speakers. You know, so I'm excited about that. So that Luisa just sent me something. I just saw
yes.
to tell you. I said you sent me something. Luisa just sent me something too. All
Okay.
right. So thank
Peace
you
and
again.
blessings.
Thank you, Sister
Yes.
Luisa,
Yes.
for making this happen. Peace, everyone.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.
Cause I'm like, if I got it, you got it.